Well, hi, folks. This is Mark Taylor, and on the line with me today, I have Ken Michael. He's with Olive Tree Ministries. As you know, you hear Jan Markell and their program each week, and Ken's on that sometimes, and others. Of course, there's always guests on our program, Understanding the Times with Jan Markell that plays 2 or 3 times over the weekend each week here. And so we're going to be having a conference in Joplin, Missouri. It's going to be at the Fellowship Baptist Church over there on 32nd Street, and that's going to be on Thursday, October the 26th. And today we're just going to talk with Ken just a few minutes, talking about this event we're going to have coming up, Understanding Our Times. It's just a one-night conference. And Ken, you're going to be coming down here. Actually, you've got 3 or 4 conferences, I think, maybe that weekend, places you're going to be speaking, but we're going to kind of get, I guess, you at the first there on Thursday. And boy, there's just a lot of things starting to happen in our world, but could you kind of give a little bit of an overlay of what people might expect that night? I know we're going to probably be showing some video and discussing issues, maybe some question and answers, but what can people kind of expect that night on October the 26th?
Well, sure. Thanks for having me, Mark. As you said, there's so many things going on right now. It's almost impossible to keep up with, but that's what we're doing. And I'm just going to give an overlay of what's happening and try and connect the dots biblically. So if we look at 2 Timothy 3, I think we're living in the smack dab in the middle of those days that are described as perilous times, and I describe them as dangerous times. I mean, and I don't say that to scare people or as hyperbole, but the times we're living in right now are extremely dangerous, and we're looking at what's happening in the Middle East, but also right here in this country. I just got back from Europe. Very dark place spiritually, what's happening over there. The remnant, the believers, the followers of Christ are together. They're strong. But man, is it dark over there. And we're just seeing the world growing darker and darker by the moment. So what I want to do is kind of give an overlay of what's happening. I think we're seeing the setup for exactly what Jesus said the world would look like right before he returns. And not just a few of the signs. A few years ago we could pick out signs that were happening here and there and say, yeah, that's mentioned in the Bible. But now we're seeing the convergence of all the signs. And if you look at what's happening over in the Middle East and in Israel right now, many of my colleagues believe we're at least seeing the beginning setup for the Ezekiel 38-39 war that's coming.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I've been watch the North, see what happens coming out of the North.
Yeah, I mean they're pouring into Syria right now, and Turkey's getting involved, and our contacts in the Middle East say that Russia's behind a lot of the technology that was involved in going around Israel's security. So I think we'll find out soon. But you're seeing those nations that are mentioned, in Magog that are coming together now. You're seeing, obviously, Iran's deeply embedded with what's happening over there. So now you're seeing Russia, Turkey. I'm sure you'll see the other countries, Libya, and all those other countries converging also.
Yeah, and we have so much other things, and I know you'll cover a variety of topics that night. I mean, we got the cashless society that's trying to be pushed on us, and it's getting closer as we look. We're looking at what they call the Great Reset, the 2030 agenda there. The things of lawlessness, immorality, disregard for just common decency. People have a lot of questions, Ken, and it's just growing daily. And, it's really got to the place where people are starting to lose hope a little bit in what's going on in our world.
Exactly. I would agree with that. And what we're telling people is you can't lose hope, because Christ loved his church so much that he told us what we should expect, what's to come. In fact, like I said, I'm going to show you. I'm a retired detective, so I like facts and evidence, and I'm going to lay out the facts and evidence that what we're witnessing right now is exactly the way Christ described the world would look right before he returns. And so we shouldn't lose hope. Now's the time for the church to stand up and start moving and get people to Christ. As soon as those that don't believe in Christ, we need to tell them about Jesus. And then the church that's kind of laying dormant, that believes in God, but they're kind of afraid of what's going on, we need to be watchmen on the wall and tell them what's coming so that they're prepared for what's coming.
Well, and that's all going to happen, folks, on Thursday, October the 26th. We're going to start at 7 p.m. It's going to be at Fellowship Baptist Church in Joplin. That's on 32nd Street. And we're going to take up a love offering that night, so there is no admission, but we will take up a love offering. And, folks, you want to get there and get your seat and be ready to get a little bit of more information of some of the questions you may have. And at the end of the time we have there with Ken, we're going to do some questions and answers for you there to maybe help you a little bit there in some of the questions you might have. And Ken, we are looking forward to you coming and being part of our Fall Awakening event here in Joplin.
Well, I'm looking forward to it also. I can't wait. This is, like I said, we live in amazing, exciting times that is being laid out for us, and all we need to do is read our Bible, and we can. We're the generation that gets to witness this. So yeah. I think we should all feel blessed. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, we'll see you on Thursday, October the 26th. Thanks for being with us today, Ken.
Bless you. Thank you.